low to Pirtle, and the ball goes off Jakob Pirtle out of bounds. A couple of turnovers for Toronto early on. Cavs up 2-zip. Evan Mobley takes the dribble into the forecourt. Mobley to the rim, lob, and he couldn't get it to Jared Allen. Allen ends up in a heap under the basket. Toronto on the run, 5-on-4 as Allen slow to get back. And Barnes left in the lane, up on Mobley, and he missed it. Evan defended. Rebound Wade, got it ahead to Harden. Lob down low to Allen. Allen in the paint, and he spins, hooks. He hit it. But a whistle and a foul before the shot. Look at that one on Jacoby Walter, second-year player out of Baylor. So the Cavs will inbound near side. 10:58 to go first quarter. Cavaliers with the only hoop in the ball game. Donovan Mitchell off the gorgeous feed from James Harden. Inbounds goes to Jared Allen, top of the three-point arc. Gave it to Mobley, left wing Mitchell. Donovan on the baseline. Mitchell got it out front to Dean Wade, right back to Mitchell. 8 on the shot clock. Mitchell just throws it at the basket. No. Whistle and a foul. And Josh Tiven says that foul is before the shot from Donovan Mitchell. So that foul is called on Walter. 2 quick fouls on Jacoby Walter. Dean Wade will inbound over on the far side. Again, Dean Wade, the unsung hero so far in the first 2 games. Wade has it, left wing, 3, good! Dean Wade buries a 3-ball. That's his 3rd of the series. And the Cavs with a 5-0 lead with 10.5 to go here in the first quarter of play. Here's Ingram, threw it down low to Pirtle. Saved in bounds as it ricocheted by Ingram to Pirtle. Back out front to Barnes. His 3, in and out, and back in again. Scotty Barnes gets the 3-ball to make it 5-3. Cavs at the other end. Harden, 3, no, whistle and a foul. James Harden drew the contact from R.J. Barrett. R.J. immediately, as they all do, with the challenge circle of the finger. And Darko Rajakovic expressing his displeasure with Pat Frayer, who made that call. As now Courtney Kirkland steps in, but it will be James Harden shooting 3, line right, with the Cavs up 5-3. And now it's 6-3 as Harden hits the first. Hey, enter the Defend the Land sweepstakes presented by Adidas for your chance to win playoff tickets and Adidas footwear. One winner will be selected before each Cavs home playoff game. Enter at Cavs.com/playoffs. Harden in and out on the second. Harden in the regular season, 88% from the line. A little bit below that here in postseason action through the first 2 games at 75%. 6-3 with Harden shooting one more. Got it. So Harden with his first 2 points of the ball game. Raptor basketball, 7-3. Cavs on top. 10:06 to go first quarter in Toronto. Jamal Shedd has checked in for the Raptors as they sit down Walter with the 2 fouls. Ingram right wing jumper no good. Rebound grab by Mobley. Here come the Cavaliers leading by 4. Harden, top of the key, left of the lane, left corner Mitchell. Quick 3, nope. Rebound comes off to Brandon Ingram for Toronto. Again, the Raptors going right to left. Ingram against Wade. We've seen that through the first 2 games. Ingram lob out front to R.J. Barrett. Barrett on the left wing against Harden. Barrett comes into the paint, forces up a shot, no, but a whistle and a foul as they will get that one on Jared Allen. Well, of course, the really cool thing about this weekend here in Toronto is that the Guardians are also in town. Now, they are off tonight. Guardians open up a series with the Blue Jays tomorrow. There are all sorts of Guardians players. Manager Stephen Vogt is here in attendance. Even Guardians beat writer Paul Hoynes from the Cleveland Plain Dealer covering the game tonight. Hoynesy doing some double dipping as the 2 free throws are good to make it a 9-5 ball game. So R.J. Barrett with his first 2. I know a lot of Cavs folks are going to the Guardians games tomorrow and Saturday. The Cavs being here for the weekend. Here's Mobley on the left wing. Cavs up 7-5. Mobley against Barrett. Mobley to the baseline. Double teamed, and he got his shot swatted out of bounds. Scotty Barnes came on the help. So the Cavs will have 5 to shoot with 9:15 to go here in the first quarter. Harden left of the hoop. Looking. Lob out front to Allen. He'll hand it off to Mitchell. Mitchell around an Allen screen. Mitchell 1 on the clock. Right wing Wade. His 3-ball blocked out of bounds by Pirtle. And that'll be a 24-second shot clock violation. So the Raptors will get it back. Cavs up 7-5. Scotty Barnes will throw it into Jamal Shed. Shed had a nice game in game 1 with 17, but the Cavs held Shed to 3 in game number 2. Shed got it out front to Ingram. Ingram throws an elbow into Harden. Drive, scores. Harden still down on the floor. He took one right in the face. Game's tied at 7. Wade through the center circle into the forecourt, and a reach-in foul will be called as Wade got double-teamed by both Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes. And the foul will be on Scotty Barnes. Well, James Harden took one right to the chops. You would have thought he was an MMA ring. Down he went, and he stayed down. Whereas Harden in his 17th year and 17 straight years in the playoffs, he has seen and felt a little bit of everything, but that was a legitimate blow. Mitchell lobs it into Jared Allen. Gave it back to Donovan, right corner Mobley. Evan, 3. Around the rim and out. Rebound knocked off the backboard to Allen. Flipped it up and in, and it was Dean Wade that deflected it off the backboard. Jared Allen, the recipient, 9-7. Cavs back to a 2-point lead. Toronto with the basketball. Top of the key, Ingram. His pass deflected, stolen by Wade. Wade up the left side, stops. 3. Nope. Long rebound, Brandon Ingram for Toronto. Ingram on the run. Gets it out front to Barnes. Lob in the right corner to R.J. Barrett. He'll let it fly and hit it. R.J. Barrett hits the 3-ball. Toronto has their first lead of the ball game, 10-9. Raptors lead it, 4 minutes off the first quarter clock. Here's Harden on the left sideline. Harden with under 8 to go. Comes around a Wade screen behind his back to an open Dean Wade. Bounce on the baseline to Mobley. Mobley double teamed in traffic. Flipped it up. No, but he drew the foul. Boy, Evan Mobley was amongst the tall timber down there. And it was Jakob Pirtle that gave Mobley a good whack on the arm. And so Evan Mobley will head to the free throw line, shooting 2. Evan Mobley at 21.7.5 rebounds per game in the first 2. It's above his season average of 18.2 per game in points. A little bit below his average in the regular season. He had 9 rebounds per game. And Mobley sends up an air ball on that first free throw. It barely grazed iron. Mobley line right. Second one good. So Evan Mobley splits the pair, ties the game at 10. 7:45 to go first quarter. Cavs were expecting an early surge from Toronto, and they're dead even with 4 minutes off the clock. I think they would take that. Here's Shed, base of the center circle. Shed against Harden. Shed into the paint, gets the breaks. Left corner Barnes, 3-ball, good from Scotty Barnes. That's his second 3. 13-10, Raptors by 3 with 7:20 to go. Harden on the right side. Harden around an Allen screen. Harden into the paint. Harden deals Mobley. Flipped it up, no, but another foul is called. And that'll put Evan Mobley at the free throw line again. They got that one on Scotty Barnes, and now that's 2 on Scotty Barnes. So Jacoby Walter already on the bench for Toronto with 2 fouls. And now Scotty Barnes has picked up his second. Is Toronto going to challenge this call? Either way, we've got a timeout on the floor. So with 7:13 to go, first quarter of play, Raptors up 13-10. Mobley at the free throw line for the Cavaliers when we come back on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
If you're looking for power tools and woodworking supplies, shop where the pros shop. Cleveland Tool and Cutter. Cleveland Tool and Cutter is nothing but the quality brands you can trust. All of the latest in woodworking technology, plus over 50 varieties of exotic woods. And unlike those big box stores, Cleveland Tool and Cutter has experts standing by to answer all your woodworking questions. Shop local. Shop Cleveland Tool and Cutter in Strongsville. CLEtool.com.
Nobody has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid choices than Toyota, including the roomy, built-in-the-USA Grand Highlander. Now through May 4th, get 4.99 APR financing on any new 26 Grand Highlander, or lease a new Grand Highlander Hybrid XLE for $459 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing, with approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details, or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
A bicentennial isn't measured in years alone, but in progress. And KeyBank has been there to celebrate yours, building homes, businesses, and communities together, bringing new opportunities to generation after generation. For 200 years, KeyBank's been meeting you in the moments that matter most. Here's to 2 centuries of service and counting. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank, member FDIC.
At Cleveland Clinic, the mission is to create a healthier world. So you give every life the best chance to thrive. You tackle health issues at the root of their cause. You go beyond your walls to make theirs a little safer. And when it's all said and done, you reinvest everything to keep bettering the world. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Unsung hero so far in the first 2 games. Wade has it, left wing, 3, good! Dean Wade buries a 3-ball. That's his 3rd of the series. The Cavs with a 5-0 lead with 10.5 to go here in the first quarter of play. Mitchell lobs it into Jared Allen. Gave it back to Donovan, right corner Mobley. Evan, 3, around the rim and out. Rebound knocked off the backboard to Allen. Flipped it up and in, and it was Dean Wade that deflected it off the backboard. Jared Allen, the recipient, 9-7. Cavs back to a 2-point lead. Toronto with the basketball. Welcome back. Scotiabank Arena. Tim Elkhorn will have Serena Winters throughout the broadcast. She's down below. On-site engineer Paul Gatt. Cavs trailing Toronto 13-10. 7:13 to go first quarter. Cavaliers have gone to the bench for the first time tonight. Max Strus will check in. That's a bit of a change for Kenny Atkinson in the first 2 games of the series back at Rocket Arena. The first sub in was Sam Merrill. So tonight it's Max Strus. Well, we mentioned Serena Winters with us throughout the postseason on the Cavaliers Audioverse. Serena, I saw you peeking behind that Cavaliers huddle. What have you got?
Yeah, Kenny Atkinson was really pleased with the Cavalier defense to start this game. He said the defense right now is exactly where it should be. Loves the contest, loves how they're packing the paint. There's also some conversation to Jared Allen in that huddle and just telling J.A. to be aggressive. And James Harden come over to J.A., those two talking through some things as well. I had talked to Jared Allen actually this morning about that communication with James Harden. He just said, look, he has been so great at telling me everything that he sees. Obviously, he's been such an addition for the Bigs here.
Mobley hit both free throws. Cavs within 1, 13-12. Out front, R.J. Barrett, 3, got it. Of course, the comfort of being at home. R.J. Barrett with 2 threes. Scotty Barnes with 2 threes. And Toronto has a 16-12 lead as we dip under 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter in Toronto. Harden, right wing 3, hits the front of the rim, falls off, and Dean Wade lost the rebound out of bounds. And we'll give it back to the Raptors. And now here's Sam Merrill in the ball game. So Merrill enters the fray. It'll be Harden, Merrill, along with Strus, Wade, and Allen for the Cavaliers. And as Serena and I were talking before the ball game, Cavaliers need a little more production out of that bench tonight. Here's Brandon Ingram on the right side. Ingram to the baseline. Lob cross court to Shed. Got it out front. Barrett straightaway three. There's another one. Now, R.J. Barrett certainly is on target from downtown. He's got 3 threes and 11 points overall. Harden left of the lane, into the paint, lost the ball, loose on the floor. Harden goes down to get it. And does he get tied up? Yes, we'll finally have Harden tied up on the floor. Boy, he was holding on to that football like he had recovered a fumble. But it will be a jump ball between James Harden and Brandon Ingram. You know, the 2026 Cavs playoffs collection is available at center court locations and online. Score free shipping on all online orders over $50. Get your playoff gear at Cavs.com/shop. Well, actually, they're going to put Shed on the jump ball against Harden, and the tip is controlled by Jamal Shed. Mamu's in for Toronto. Sandro Mamukelashvili. 19-12 Raptors. Ingram comes down the lane. Boy, that looked like he went out of bounds when he saved it in to Colin Murray Boyles, who's checked in, and he'll hook it up and in. And the Raptor lead is up to 9 at 21-12. 5:48 to go, first quarter. Harden in between the circles. It's a screen from Allen. Left side to Merrill. In the corner to Strus. 3 in and out. Rebound. Wade! Oh, great job. Feed Strus in the paint. Strus bounce out front. Ball deflects to James Harden. That's a great hustle play by Dean Wade to keep the possession alive. But now the shot clock at 2, shot clock at 1. Harden 3 hits the front of the rim. Another offensive rebound for Wade. Wade brings it to the right sideline. Throws it out front to Strus. Left wing Allen. Right back to Strus. Bounce to Allen. Pow! With the right hand. Jared Allen came roaring down the lane. And Jared Allen with the rim wrecker makes it 21-14. What a job by Wade. 2 big possession savers by Dean Wade. And Allen ends up with the dunk. And now there's a steal by Allen. Deflects it to Harden. 3 ball. James. Bullseye. Jared Allen with arms like snakes. And James Harden hits the 3 ball. And the Cavaliers are back to within 4 at 21-17. And it quiets this crowd here at Scotiabank Arena. Ingram falls down on the baseline, but got it in the right corner. To Barrett. Barrett into the paint. Shot puts it up, and it rolled out. Rebound grab by Max Strus. 21-17. Cavaliers down 4. 4:20 to go, first quarter. Harden in the center circle. Harden changing hands on the dribble. Harden, the 17-year veteran, between his legs. Harden fires left corner. Dean Wade, wide open 3. No. Rebound Merrill. Boy, Cavs doing a great job on the offensive boards. Merrill out front to Allen, drives the lane, and a reach-in foul will be called. And I think they'll get that one on Colin Murray Boyles. Boy, the Cavaliers showing a lot of grit at the offensive end, gobbling up offensive rebounds. And that foul puts Jared Allen at the free throw line. Boy, a ton of texts have come rolling in to Kurt back in Cleveland. We'll get to a few of them right now as Allen hits the first. Boy, they're having a big Cavs watch party at the Clevelander tonight. So a great big hello to everybody at the Clevelander, and hope you're enjoying that watch party. Buddy Tom the trucker, Dr. Bob out in Albuquerque, as well as Jim and Manaway. We've got Jan in North Carolina. Mr. Cleveland, he's in Minneapolis. And Daryl in Georgia. Oh, and Beth and Steve listening in Lorraine. A great big hello to Beth and Steve as they listen in Lorraine. That's a fun date night. As Jared Allen hit them both. Cavaliers within 2 at 21-19. Under 4 to go here in the first quarter. Barnes in the lane. Barnes turns on Allen, shoots and hits. Tough turnaround jump shot from Scotty Barnes makes it 23-19. Dennis Schroeder in for the Cavaliers. Came around an Allen screen, and they got Jared Allen with the offensive foul. Comes with 3:40 to go here in the first period. Jared will take a seat. Evan Mobley back in. Dennis Schroeder, games of 2 and 5. He's 0 of 4 from beyond the arc. So look for a breakout game from Dennis Schroeder. Donovan Mitchell has checked back in for the Cavaliers. Raptors with the ball and a 4-point lead. On the right side to the baseline, spinning, shooting, and hitting on a tough turnaround jump shot is Brandon Ingram. Cavs down 6. Schroeder fires left wing to Merrill. Merrill matched up against Ingram. Merrill on the dribble, hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell against Scotty Barnes. Mitchell backs up to the half-court line. Mitchell had it knocked out of his hands and out of bounds, and it went off Scotty Barnes. Cavaliers have 4.6 to shoot. It'll be Donovan Mitchell over on the far side. Well, it won't be. Donovan says, Dennis, you come here and throw it in. So it'll be Schroeder to inbound with 4.6 to shoot. Schroeder looking, 5-second violation. And so that'll give it to Toronto with 3:06 to go in the quarter. So the Cavs right now with Schroeder, Mitchell, Merrill, Strus, and Mobley. And Kenny Atkinson has gone small ball here. In the paint, left in the lane is Murray Boyles, and he banked it in. There was nobody there to defend Colin Murray Boyles, the rookie out of South Carolina. He's had 2 nice games. And now on the far side, Schroeder got the pass from Mitchell, but his foot was on the sideline. The Cavaliers with some turnovers here in the first quarter of play. That'll be number 5 here in the first period, and that'll bring a timeout on the floor. So the Raptors with an 8-point lead, 27-19. They lead the Cavs, 2:48 to go in the period on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. Harden, top of the key, bounce to Mobley, pow! Oh, a no-look bounce from James Harden to Evan Mobley.
The 2026 Cleveland Cavaliers playoffs presented by Redfin are here, and we want to see you at Rocket Arena.
8 on the shot clock. Mitchell steps left, 3. Tiger! Donovan Mitchell doing special, magnetic Donovan Mitchell things.
Secure your spot to cheer on the Cavs now at Cavs.com/playoffs.
Here with the Cavaliers, we know what it means to show up strong. And that's exactly what Cleveland Cliffs does every day. Through bold investments in Cleveland and the entire Great Lakes region, Cliffs is building steel that's stronger, lighter, and better for the future. Cliffs is not just raising the bar, they're redefining what it means to lead in the steel industry. Cleveland Cliffs, champions for American steel and proud jersey partner of the Wine and Gold. Learn more at cliffsteel.com.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Smell rotten eggs, hear a hissing sound, or see bubbling water or blowing dirt? That could be a natural gas leak. Enbridge Gas Ohio reminds you, first move your feet, then call when you're down the street. And remember, if you're building a fence or planting a vegetable garden, state law requires you to call 811 before you dig to have underground utilities marked. Whether you're an individual or a contractor, it's simple and free. Dial 811 at least 2 business days prior to digging for your safety. For more information, visit enbridgegas.com/Ohio/safety.
.248 to go, first quarter of play. Toronto with a 27-19 lead on the Cavaliers. Cavaliers with 7 turnovers here in the first quarter of play, and Toronto has made the Cavs pay for those turnovers. Cavaliers up 2-0 in this first round best-of-7 series. Great to have you with us all along the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. And wow, do we have the text pouring in tonight as folks are listening all over the country. We've got a couple out in Seattle. Daniel and Nikki in Seattle, Alex in Seattle. We've got Chris, our boat hauler. He's down in Florida tonight celebrating his 27th anniversary. Greg in North Carolina. And right here in Toronto, Laszlo has dialed in. So again, we thank all of you for texting in. I want to remind you that the Cavs teamed up with Trusted Sec to support Greater Cleveland Food Bank's 2026 Harvest for Hunger campaign. Support the Cavs food drive by donating at Cavs.com/food drive. Toronto basketball off the timeout. Jamison Battle now in for Toronto. Battle, second-year player, and of course he was a Buckeye, and now ball is knocked out of the hands and off of Toronto out of bounds. So that'll give it to the Cavaliers as Ingram couldn't control it. Cavs down 8, 2.5 to go, first quarter of play. Here's Schroeder in the center circle. Lob at the half-court line to Evan Mobley, hands it right back to Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder at the three-point arc, right of the lane, under the basket, in the lane to Mobley. It got knocked away. And then Schroeder came from behind and took it away. Throws it down the floor. Ball's tapped. And Colin Murray Boyles was able to recover it for Toronto. Gave it to Ingram. Ingram against Merrill. Ingram at the foul line. Tough shot, and it rolled around the rim and out. Rebound corralled by Schroeder with 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. Here's Schroeder, right of the lane. Gets the breaks, kept the pivot foot, got it out front to Merrill. Merrill works to the left side, being harassed. Tosses it to Mobley. Mobley with 8 on the shot clock. Mobley, top of the key. Mobley, right of the lane. Evan on the handoff. Schroeder, 3-ball. Good! There's the first one for Dennis Schroeder. He had been 0 of 4 in the 2 previous games, but nothing but net right there to make it 27-22. Cavs down 5 with 1.5 minutes to go. Barnes in the lane. Fires down low to Shed, and he's got an easy layup. That was a great pass by Scotty Barnes. Makes it 29-22. Raptors by 7. Cavs with a basketball. Donovan Mitchell, straightaway 3. Bullseye! Donovan Mitchell, nothing but net. Cavaliers pulled to within 4. Mitchell with his 9th 3-ball in this series, shooting 47% from downtown in the first 2 games. Under a minute, Barnes at the foul line, his pass deflected out of bounds by Sam Merrill. It'll be Toronto basketball as Jacoby Walter will check back in for the Raptors. Cavaliers right now with Schroeder, Mitchell, Merrill, Strus, and Mobley. Cavaliers being led by James Harden. Jared Allen with 6 and James Harden with 5. 7 for the Raptors to shoot as they get it sideline right to Barnes. Barnes against Strus, 4 on the clock. Barnes, right of the lane, tough shot on Max, and he hit it. That's just a good shot from Scotty Barnes. Puts him in double figures with 10. So Barnes and Barrett have combined for 21. 31-25, Cavaliers down by 6 with the basketball. 40 seconds to go. Mitchell, right wing, Merrill. Merrill takes the 3 into the paint, hits the brakes, got it out front to Mitchell. Mitchell steps right, shoots, missed, rebound deflects. Scotty Barnes has it. Ahead on the left side to R.J. Barrett. Barrett left of the key, into the lane, back out front to Barnes, and now Toronto will spread the floor. Can't run the clock out. About a 3-second differential. Barnes in between the circles. Barnes, bounce left side. Walter fires in the lane. Barrett with 1 on the clock. Tough shot, missed it. Rebound Mitchell, 2 to go, 1 to go. Mitchell, 3/4 court shot. Off the backboard, no good, and that ends the first quarter of play. Toronto has a 6-point lead on their home floor at the end of 1. 31-25. Raptors lead the Cavs here at Scotiabank Arena and on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Hey, Cavs fans, want to watch the Cavs and all of your favorite games without cable? Check out Fubo. Fubo has over 170 live channels, including the likes of ESPN, Fox, NBC, and now FanDuel Sports Network is available on Fubo. So you have a new option to watch all Cavs games carried on FanDuel Sports Network without having to subscribe to cable. Fubo is an official partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. To try it for free, visit Fubo.tv. That's FUBO.tv.
The Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, known as LECOM, is a proud partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. LECOM, the nation's largest and most applied to medical school, is just 90 minutes from Cleveland and trains the next generation of doctors, dentists, pharmacists, and podiatrists. At LECOM, we expand the boundaries of medical knowledge, challenging our students and preparing them to realize their potential. Visit lecom.edu to learn more. At Lecom, we make dreams a reality. We make doctors.
Protecting yourself, your loved ones, and your community is more important than ever. And with immunizations at Discount Drug Mart, they're as quick and easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, fill out a short, simple form. You can even do it online. Step 2, stop in and see your friendly pharmacist at your neighborhood Drug Mart pharmacy for flu, shingles, and many other vaccines. You can be in and out quickly and safely. Step 3, you're out the door and heading back home. Simple as that. Discount Drug Mart is your immunization destination.
That's the sound of a perfect paint project with Sherwin-Williams. Whether your next color play is a slam dunk statement like edgy gold or a smooth and rich touch like fine wine, Sherwin-Williams has the perfect hue to up your game. And with delivery available on qualifying orders, your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cavs down 6 at the end of 1 here in Toronto. Raptors lead it 31-25. Game 3 of this best-of-7 series. Cavaliers won the first 2 at Rocket Arena, looking to take a commanding 3-0 lead on the Raptors. But Toronto, before a roaring home crowd, up by 6 at the end of 1. Raptors 5 of 5 from downtown. Cavaliers 4 of 13. And again, the Cavaliers have been turning the ball over way too many times here in Toronto. Serena Winters is down below. Serena, what do you have for us?
Well, Tim, you mentioned the turnovers, and that was what Kenny Atkinson said in that huddle as well. But what I'll also tell you is Kenny always gives time for the players to talk amongst themselves before they come over. Thomas Bryant was the first guy to say something. He said, guys, you've got to know what defenders are in the game. You cannot bring 2 prime defenders in the pick and roll on offense. Max Strus saying, hey, guys, we've got to use our minds. We have to be more mentally in this. Don't let them speed us up. So I just think it goes to show, you've got everybody talking in these huddles to see if they can come out here strong here in the second quarter, Tim.
And again, Toronto 5 of 5 from downtown. I highly doubt that trend will continue. Jalen Tyson has checked in for the Cavaliers. Scotty Barnes met by Tyson as he comes to the forecourt, left of the lane to Pirtle, who will hit, hook, and score. So Jakob Pirtle with his first 2 makes it 33-25. Cavaliers down by 8. Toronto's biggest lead has been 9. Schroeder on the left wing. Schroeder against Barrett. Schroeder top side to Mobley. Mobley into the paint, got hit, flipped it up, missed it, tips it up, missed it. Ball slapped out front, Tyson, right side Schroeder. Dennis, 3, no. But the Cavs' cold downtown shooting continues. At the other end, Barnes, 3, no. So there's Toronto's first miss. Merrill got locked up with Pirtle, though, on the rebound, and the foul will be called on Sam Merrill. Oh, they got that one on Donovan Mitchell. It was Merrill and Pirtle that were locked up, but Mitchell was in on the fray as well. So the foul on Donovan Mitchell, and that will be his first. Raptors basketball, they're up by 8, 33-25, early second quarter. And the lob from Pirtle to Barnes, they can't connect, but Barnes got fouled. They got that foul on Jalen Tyson. Serena, I know you talked to Jalen at shoot-around this morning. Of course, this is a big night for the Tyson family. Of course, Jalen Tyson's brother, a highly regarded wide receiver prospect in the NFL draft. And, of course, he's expected to go early. So a big night for the Tyson family overall. One son in a NBA playoff game and another son waiting for his name to be called in the NFL draft.
Tim, those 2 guys are so close. It's so great to see how close the entire Tyson family is, but how amazing it is that those 2 guys support each other in all the ways that they do and are great athletes at the same time. How incredible that would be, Tim.
Barnes hit them both. So the Raptor lead is 35-25. Told Jalen Tyson on the bus after shoot-around. Boy, I'd love to see Josh Allen throwing to his brother. Tyson, right corner three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound to Jakob Poeltl for Toronto. Raptors by 10 with 10:45 to go in the first half of play. R.J. Barrett left of the key, into the paint, forced it up, no, and there's another foul on Jalen Tyson. And Jalen has been battling foul issues through the first two games, and he picks up two quick ones as he enters the game here in the second quarter of play. So that'll put R.J. Barrett at the free throw line. Barrett, the terrific first quarter, 3 threes and a couple of free throws for 11 points overall. The Cavs and Neutral teamed up to host away game watch parties. Now, Sunday, cheer on the Cavs in Game 4 and win playoff prizes at Shooters on the west bank of the Flats. Visit Cavs.com/playoffs. First free throw off the mark for R.J. Barrett. Barrett here in the playoffs at 82%. During the regular season, R.J. Barrett was a 72% free throw shooter. Missed them both. Rebound Keon Ellis for the Cavaliers. So Keon seeing his first action. And James Harden is back in the game for the Cavs. Cavs down 10. Here's Donovan Mitchell, left of the lane. Head and shoulder fake. Nowhere to go. Got it out front to Tyson. Tyson drives, left of the lane, feeds Mobley. Pow! With two hands. Evan Mobley off a nice feed from Tyson. Evan with his first field goal has 5 points in the game. Cavs back to within 8 at 35-27. Toronto with the basketball. In those black uniforms during the statement unis tonight. Walter in the lane. Tough shot, missed it. As Mamu grabbed the rebound, he missed it, but then Poeltl was there to follow. Poeltl banked it in. Leads back to 10 at 37-27. Multiple opportunities for Toronto, and they capitalize. Mitchell, right wing, wide open three, but he missed it badly. He was too wide open. Rebound, Poeltl, ahead to the floor. Mamu drives, and he missed it. But a whistle and a foul. We'll get Harden coming back as he hit Sandro Mamukelashvili. Again, pretty much everybody calls him Mamu. Of course, his first year with Toronto. Spent some time in Milwaukee and then in San Antonio. He had a double-double in Game 2. He had 12 points and 10 rebounds. First free throw, no good. Mamukelashvili trying to split the pair. In fact, coming into tonight, he was 1 of 2 from the line in the first 2 games. Fifth-year player out of Seton Hall. Second one, no good. Boy, the second straight time that Toronto has missed 2 free throws. Here comes Tyson to the other end. Tyson outside the three-point arc, right of the key, right of the lane. Tyson into the lane, high off the glass and good. Oh, my. That was about 2 feet above the box. But Jalen Tyson will take it. His first 2 points of the ball game. Makes it 37-29. Mamu in the lane, spins on Mobley, but he missed the shot. Ball ricochets around like a pinball. Out of there with it comes Donovan Mitchell for the Cavaliers. Cavs going left to right. Mitchell into the paint, bounce to Mobley. Head and shoulder fake, and then he got fouled as he went up. Evan Mobley got hit pretty hard down low. As they got that one on Scotty Barnes. And that's 3 on Scotty Barnes. So let's see what Darko Rajakovic looks to do right here. First, Darko Rajakovic really putting together a nice turnaround here in Toronto. They had not made the playoffs in the previous 3 seasons. Last year was a team that was 30-52, improved by 16 games this year. As Mobley hits the first. And that's a good sign. I don't want to jinx Evan Mobley, but Evan Mobley has now hit 4 free throws in a row. Again, he's had his struggles at the stripe, but after missing his first, he split that pair, has hit 2, and now he's hit 2 again, although he had to use a little bit of the rim right there. Cavs back to within 6, 37-31. 9 minutes to go, first half here in Toronto. Raptors with the basketball. Shed on the handoff to Barrett. Barrett against Keon Ellis. Barrett, lob top of the circle to Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl looking, fires right side. Shot clock at 3. 3 ball in and out. Rebound tap to Tyson. So indeed, Toronto starting to cool off from downtown. They were 5 of 5 in the first period of play. Mitchell into the paint, shot put, scores! Donovan Mitchell looking to get it going. And Darko Rajakovic, recognizing that, calls time. So the Cavaliers, who were down by 10, have scored 6 straight. 37-33. Cavs within 4. Timeout Raptors with 8:30 to go first half on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Now at McDonald's, a McDouble is only $2.50. So you can get your gym gains on or just get lunch for only $2.50. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Somber presents You Are the Reason Tour. Fresh from selling out shows all around the world. See Somber live in Cleveland. Rocket Arena, Friday, November 13th, with special guests Dove Cameron and Hannah Jadadu. Get tickets now at sombermusic.com.
It's playoff basketball. You got to do a little bit of everything.
The intensity levels are at an all-time high. These are the NBA playoffs. Every team looking to make a run.
This is incredible.
Every player looking to make history. So tune in, because this is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what we want.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google continue on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
Cavs fans, when the Cavs win, so do you. For 24 hours after every Cavs victory, you score $5 off all major order food at any Get Go Market and Cafe, plus 250 bonus Cavs rewards points to use towards awesome prizes like Cavs merch, tickets, and exclusive experiences. Just log into the Cavs app and select the rewards tab and click on the Get Go offer. Not a member yet? It's free and easy to join at Cavs.com/rewards or in the Cavs app. Join Cavs Rewards now and taste the victory with Get Go Market and Cafe.
Now at McDonald's, a sausage McMuffin is only $1.50. So stop dreaming about breakfast sausage and go get it. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Tyson outside the three-point arc, right of the key, right of the lane. Tyson in the lane, high off the glass and good. Oh my, that was about 2 feet above the box. But Jalen Tyson will take it. His first 2 points of the ball game.
We got to be the most physical team. We got to be the most intense team. And we got to be the most detail-oriented team. If we do those 3 things, there's not too many teams in the NBA that can beat us. And that's what I think the 3 things are.
That was Jalen Tyson earlier today at Cavaliers shoot-around as he had a conversation with Serena Winters. Again, Serena Winters with us throughout the postseason. Did amazing work during the regular season with FanDuel. And now she crosses over to the Audioverse side. Serena Winters has been listening in on those Cavalier huddles during the timeout as she gets back to her spot. Serena, what'd you pick up during that timeout with the Cavs on a 6-0 run?
Well, Tim, one of the big things that Kenny Atkinson said is he thinks that rebounding is the key right now. So we'll see if the Cavaliers come out with some force on that end. But I can also tell you that every huddle that I'm in right now, I see James and Donovan Mitchell just communicating so in-depth. Donovan was talking after game 2 about his communication with James, and he said the biggest thing is that they are always communicating what they see. Even if it's a possession that Donovan scored on, which happened in game 2, James will tell him if he saw an easier read. So just a phenomenal communication between those two.
Off the timeout, Barrett drove and got his shot blocked by Mobley. Cavs with the ball, down by 4, 37-33. That was a great block by Mobley. Tyson in the lane, right corner to Evan. Evan into the paint, left corner, Tyson. Wide open, 3. Bullseye! There you go. Young Jalen Tyson, we just heard the cut, and he responds with a 3-ball in the corner to get the Cavs to within 1. JT now with 5. And again, he struggled in the first 2, but Kenny Atkinson has full confidence in the second-year pro. At the other end, a whistle and a foul on the Cavaliers. They'll get Keon Ellis with the grab. They'll get Dean Wade and Jared Allen back in for Cleveland. So 9 straight by the Cavaliers. They're within 1 at 37-36. Cavs are now over the limit. So it'll be free throws for Toronto. As at the line, Brandon Ingram, and he hits that first. Ingram now with a 5-point game. And again, Cavaliers, the defense that they laid down on Brandon Ingram in the first 2 games in Cleveland was impressive, led by Dean Wade. Ingram with games of 17, and then a paltry 7-point game in game 2. Second free throw, no good. Boy, Toronto was not helping their cause at the line. Cavs down 2, 38-36. Here's Tyson at the other end. Tyson on the right wing against Jakob Poeltl. Bounce to Allen. Pass was low. Allen went down and got it. Now he fell down, and then he got knocked down, and a foul will be called, as landing on top of Jared Allen was Brandon Ingram. So Ingram picks up that foul. And for Brandon Ingram, that'll be his second foul. Not a shooting foul, so the Cavaliers will inbound. Again, Kenny Atkinson utilizing that bench. Different combinations on the floor. Right now you've got James Harden along with Jalen Tyson, Keon Ellis, Dean Wade, and Jared Allen is walking over towards the Cavalier bench. He may have gotten scratched or perhaps hit in the nose or eye area, as Cavaliers head trainer Steve Spiro taking a look at Jared Allen. Other NBA playoff action tonight. Later on, Denver at Minnesota. That series tied up at 1 game apiece. Down in Atlanta, the Knicks and the Hawks tied at 1 game apiece, and they are very late in the third quarter of play. And the Hawks are on top, 86-75. Boy, was reading some New York press today about the woes of the Knicks. You would think the sky is falling in the Big Apple after they lost game 2. But now Atlanta, with about 12 minutes to go, with an 11-point lead over the Knicks. Game 3 of that series. As Jared Allen now heading towards the Cavalier bench. Maybe he's got a bloody nose. Serena, I'm going to send it down to you. You have a much closer vantage point than I have. I see Steve Spiro tending to Jared. Could you see what the issue was?
While I do have a closer vantage point, Tim, I've got to be honest, I am also currently tracking if Jordan Tyson was going to go to the Cleveland Browns, and the New Orleans Saints are on the clock. And that is what we are currently tracking down here courtside while Jared Allen was getting the blood tidied up from his nose.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on that as well. In the meantime, Mobley back in the game. And now Keon Ellis on the right sideline stepped out of bounds. So that'll give it back to Toronto. Their lead is 2, 38-36. Raptors looking to get back in this series, trailing 2-0. And in case you did not hear, the Browns did trade out of number 6, moved down to number 9. As Ingram left to the key, will shoot and miss. A rebound grab by Evan Mobley. Mobley gave it to Harden, quickly to Tyson. Tyson on the right wing with under 7 to go here in the first half. Jalen 3, rattled in and out. Oh, it's halfway down. Rebound grab by R.J. Barrett. But you can sense that Jalen Tyson knows that 3-ball shot's coming back. He shot that with a lot of confidence. Here's Barrett in between the circles. RJ against Harden. Barrett comes down the lane, lost the ball. Ricochets out front, but it goes to Murray Boyles. But then Tyson knocked it away, saved it into Mobley. They head to Ellis. Keon Ellis on the left wing. Ellis hemmed in, got it top of the 3-point arc to Harden. Harden holding the ball down near his right knee. Harden on the right hand, dribble around a Wade screen. James Harden unloads a 3. No. Rebound grab by Brandon Ingram. Long pass ahead, and it's knocked away by Harden, but it went out of bounds off James Harden. We'll get an update from Serena in just a moment. Oh, and now the Cavs are going to challenge. We are going to have a challenge from the Cavaliers on that out of bounds. Or are they going to give it to Kenny Atkinson? Nope. Josh Tiven's going to say he didn't get the challenge signal in time. So no challenge there. But the Cavaliers thought that ball did go out of bounds off Toronto. They've guy's got to be a little quicker on the iPad. Murray Boyle, front of the lane, flips and scores. I'll tell you what, that young man is an impressive rookie. 9th pick in the draft. 40-36, Raptors by 4. Harden in between the circles. Harden fires down low to Tyson. Tyson hemmed in. Tyson, word of the lane, beats Mobley. Pow! Oh, what a pass by Jalen Tyson. His brother may be the receiver, but Jalen ran the little option right there. What a pitch by Tyson. And now the Cavs back to within 2 at 40-38. I don't know how he got that there. Barrett in the lane, all the way to the bucket, drives and scores. So R.J. Barrett now with 13. Leads back to 4, 42-38. Harden left of the lane. Harden into the paint, draws the contact, and James Harden will shoot 2. So with James Harden heading to the free throw line, shooting 2. We'll pause for station identification on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. Harden at the line, shooting 2. Well, Serena, you've been tracking some things down there. What do you have for us?
Well, listen, we were talking about the Tyson brothers, and I think we're all hoping that Jordan Tyson would go to the Browns. But the pick is in. He is going to the Saints. But speaking of Tyson, I chatted with Jalen Tyson this morning and asked him what the biggest difference just
boots. Watch this.
Game on the road.
It's hard to win road games in the NBA in general, but in playoffs for sure. They got a really good fan base here. They're not going to take being down 2-0 lightly. They're going to come out and try to punch us, but we got to be able to take.
It could have been a lot worse. To the Cavs' credit, they were scrapping. They've got 9 offensive rebounds already, Brad.
Yeah, they do. Well, you know that we have to stay active here. We really have to stay active here because that's going to keep us in the ball game here. Toronto is, as you know, pressing. They have to have a win today, or it's Bleak City from here on out. So 24 minutes. I hope that the leaders of this locker room, Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, lock themselves in together at the halftime and tell everybody where we are. Because the young guys don't know. They should know where we are. We have a chance to steal a game on the road, not playing our best basketball, but we walk out of this locker room at halftime at a 54-54 tie and a chance to really close the game in the second half.
Win this second half. And, yeah, Mitchell and Harden, 4 of 13 from the field combined. Again, they have been off with their long-range shooting, although Harden's 4 of 5 at the line. Mitchell only 1 of 4 3-point. He's not got a line. Evan Mobley, good news from him. He's 5 of 6 at the free throw line, as he's done a nice job there. And that's big for the Cavs. The Raptors, 7 turnovers. The Cavs with 13. So that tells you how things have been going for them. But as Brad just said, it's in their hands now for the second half. Brad, let's hope that we're talking about a 3-0 Cavaliers lead tonight.
Well, come on out third quarter, mean business, and then send them a message that you're here to close.
It's there for the taking.
That's
All right.
right.
Brad, of course, will be with me following the game on the Cavaliers postgame show. Now, elsewhere tonight in the NBA, it's Game 3 in Atlanta. And the Hawks lead the Knicks right now, 96-85, 7:46 to go in that one. That series tied at 1, and Atlanta looking to take a 2-1 lead. Later tonight in Minnesota, the Timberwolves host the Nuggets. That series tied at 1, and Jaden McDaniels of Minnesota, I guess if you want some bulletin board material for Denver, he gave it to him.
Go out for Jokic, Jamal, all the bad defenders, Tim Hardaway, Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, the whole team. Like, just go at it.
They're all bad defenders.
Yeah, they're all bad defenders.
All right, there you go. Brad, that's...
Listen,
it's very clear.
You better back that up tonight.
You better back it up when you say that.
I would be like, you said what? to me? Are you talking to me? Did you say me? What time is tip?
We'll keep an eye on that one, on those bad defenders. Jaden McDaniels. All right, if you missed it last night, Pistons got back to even with Orlando.
Suggs gets stripped at half court. Thompson to steal, and he will throw it down hard. Pistons up 20, and the Magic scuffling here midway through the third.
And the Pistons go on and win that one convincingly, 98-83. Tobias Harris, what did JB say to you guys at the half?
You know, he really got on us in the locker room. There is no more of my bads. You know, it's like they're out there hustling, getting offensive boards on us, and there's too many of them. And for us as a group, we know that's not our standard. And so he was on us, but we obviously felt it as a group of we need to be better.
And that series now tied one aside going to Orlando. Also last night, Oklahoma City, a 120-107 winner over Phoenix, although Jalen Williams suffered a hamstring issue, and he's probably going to miss at least the next 2 games. One other news note today in the NBA, the Bucks finalizing a deal to hire Taylor Jenkins to be their next head coach. Download the Cavs app to play Cavs Pick'em, presented by KeyBank. $1,000 in cash will go to the overall playoffs winner, along with over $200 in prizes each game. Head to the Cavs app and play Cavs Pick'em now. This is the McDonald's halftime report at the half. It's the Cavs 54, the Raptors 54. This is the McDonald's halftime report. We'll send it back to Tim in Canada after this time out of the Medical Mutual Cavs Audioverse.
The best teams have unmistakable identity. They deliver a quality performance every time. At Giant Eagle, fresh is our thing. With produce delivered daily, the finest cuts of meat and seafood, and bakery favorites made on the spot, you always get freshness and quality you can count on. It's who we are. We aim to make game day delicious for every Cavs fan. And we take that seriously, because it matters. Shop freshness for the win at Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Hear that? That's the sound of your valuable free time ticking away as you go to the pharmacy multiple times a month to pick up your prescriptions. Hear that? No, that's because you've joined Discount Drug Mart's Sync Your Meds program. Drug Mart's pharmacists make sure all your prescriptions are in stock and ready on the same day each month, so you can pick them all up with just one trip, which means your free time is yours to do whatever you want, or nothing at all. Discount Drug Mart saves you the runaround.
Hey, Cavs fans, want to watch the Cavs and all of your favorite games without cable? Check out Fubo. Fubo has over 170 live channels, including the likes of ESPN, Fox, NBC, and now FanDuel Sports Network is available on Fubo. So you have a new option to watch all Cavs games carried on FanDuel Sports Network without having to subscribe to cable. Fubo is an official partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. To try it for free, visit Fubo.tv. That's FUBO.tv.
Rod Stewart. A night of hit after hit after hit. August 11th, Rocket Arena. Rod Stewart with special guest Richard Marx. Tickets on sale now at rocketarena.com. Don't miss an electrifying night with the icon, Rod Stewart. One last time.
Cavs and Raptors are tied 54-54 as both teams return to the floor and get their warm-ups in before we start the third quarter here at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. Great to have you with us on this Thursday night. Tim Elkhorn along with Serena Winters. Again, Jim Jones with the weekend off back in Cleveland. So Jim will rejoin us if there is a game 5 in Toronto, or excuse me, in Cleveland on Wednesday. Now earlier today, the Cavs held shoot-around right here at Scotiabank Arena. I had a chance to chat with Dean Wade, and I asked Dean Wade about the difference between playoff games at home and in a tough environment on the road.
Just momentum swings, at home. It feels like it's really easy to get the momentum swings in your favor, and then on the road, it seems like it's very hard, even when you do get them. They're easy to lose momentum swings, but other than that, I mean, it's just really arenas are loud, it's hard to hear, so communication on defensive has to be pretty much perfect.
And that's Dean Wade talking about executing at all levels in a tough playoff environment on the road. Well, we're tied 54-54, Cavs and Raptors. Third quarter follows this on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Hey Cavs fans, basketball is back and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cavs games or to any other live event in the land, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. SeatGeek.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
ASAP Rocky presents Don't Be Dumb Tour. Live in Cleveland. ASAP Rocky performing at the Rocket Arena Friday, May 29th. The new album, Don't Be Dumb, is out now. Get tickets now at rocketarena.com. This is the dumbest tour of all time. ASAP Rocky, presented by Cash App. You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Cavs, Raptors tied at 54 as Toronto has the basketball to start the second half. Barrett in the lane to Jakob Poeltl, blocked by Allen, put it back up, missed it. Poeltl got it again, though. Poeltl left to the lane. Poeltl with his back to the basket. If he had turned, he had a layup. Poeltl got it out front to Barnes. Barnes in the paint, draws contact from Jared Allen, and that'll put Scotty Barnes at the free throw line. So with Barnes shooting 2, looking to break the 54-54 tie, we'll go down below where Serena is courtside. Serena?
Well, Tim, I caught up with assistant coach Mike Garrity at the half, and the thing he pointed out to me was that the Raptors only had 5 points in transition. So at halftime, they talked about the Raptors expecting them to try to push the tempo even more and trying to be ready for that. The other thing he said is, look, obviously Scotty Barnes had a heck of a first half, right? He was 18 points, 6 of 8. Have to do a better job of meeting him earlier on his drives, Tim.
He just hit 2 free throws to give him 20 points in the ball game. All 3 games against the Cavs, he's had 20 or more. 21 in the first, 26 in game 2, and now 20 tonight, and a long way to go. Cavs down 56-54. Cavs now going right to left towards their bench. Mobley into the paint, hooks on Poeltl and scores. Evan Mobley now with 11 points in the ball game, ties the game at 56. Third quarter just underway. Ingram right of the lane. Double team, lob on the right side to Jakob Poeltl. Bounce in the right corner to Ingram. Ingram right in front of the Raptor bench. Ingram right of the lane on Wade. Boy, Dave right with him. Ingram got it out front in the lane. Barrett drives and scores. R.J. Barrett with a tough left-handed shot. Of course, he is a southpaw, but puts Toronto up 58-56. Here's Donovan Mitchell, baseline right. He'll float. Score! Tie the game at 58. Donovan Mitchell now with 9. He's had 2 games of 30 or more. 32 in the first, 30 in the second. Right side, Scotty Barnes comes right of the lane, into the paint, works left of the lane, and now he'll shoot by Allen and score off the glass. And Scotty Barnes is having a night. He's got 22. Again, the Raptors with a 2-point lead. Mitchell tried to bounce it in the lane, and we'll have a kickball on Toronto. Cavs playoffs, presented by Redfin, are here. And we want you to be a part of the action. Find tickets at Cavs.com/playoffs. There's the next playoff game on the road Sunday at 1. That will be game 4. Cavs will either try to close it out or bounce back from tonight. And tonight is certainly in doubt. What a game. Mobley, where to the lane? Feeds Allen. Pow with the right hand. Nice.
Figures with 10. Barnes left of the lane, pushes off Mobley and rolled it up and in. Scotty Barnes now with 24. And again, in the NBA, especially in the playoffs, they'll let you roll that shoulder into a defender. 62-60. Harden out front. Mobley straight away 3. Nope. Rebound grab by Scotty Barnes. Raptors by 2 with the ball. 9.5 to go. Third quarter of play. Barnes comes around Harden, and they'll call Barnes with the hook. Oh, actually, they got Barrett on the screen. I thought they had Barnes for hooking James Harden, but they actually got R.J. Barrett with the illegal screen. So the foul on Barrett will give the ball back to the Cavaliers. Here's Donovan Mitchell. Left-hand dribble just inside the half-court line. Mitchell picked up by Brandon Ingram. Mitchell fires in the lane to Wade. Wade in traffic, and Dean Wade got fouled. Now, was he going up for the shot or attempting to pass to Jared Allen? They're going to put Dean Wade at the free throw line, shooting 2. Again, Dean Wade so underrated as far as the value that he brings to this Cavalier team. But even tonight, again at the defensive end, putting the clamps on Brandon Ingram. Dean Wade, the highest plus-minus for a Cav in Game 1 with plus 20. And again, same story in Game 2 with plus 14. Serena?
Yeah, you're talking about Dean Wade, and I was just reminded that Dennis Schroeder, a vet, has been talking about Dean. He said he's one of the best defenders he's ever seen, as Dean Wade does miss that free throw. And listen, that's coming from a guy who's been in the league a long time, Tim.
So Wade missed them both. At the other end, Barnes with a 3 that missed. Rebound grab by Jared Allen. 62-60. Cavs down 2. Here's Mitchell. Run to the lane, driving, and he got it knocked away, and then it went off Donovan Mitchell out of bounds. So the Cavs with a turnover. And again, the Cavs have had their share of turnovers tonight. Down in Atlanta, Hawks by 2, 101-99, with just over 3 to play against the Knicks. And at the other end, Toronto scores on a driving bucket to make it 64-60. So 2 tight games going on in the NBA playoffs tonight. And now Harden got his pocket pick as Toronto will race to the other end. Barnes, run of the lane, leans into Allen, flipped it up. No, but the foul will be called on Jared Allen. And that's what Toronto wants to do. Create turnovers, get out and run. Number 1 in the NBA this year insofar as fast break points per game. And right there, an example of that. Created the turnover, sprinted to the other end, and now Scotty Barnes shooting 2. Barnes with a 24-point game, and he missed that first free throw. I'll tell you what, Toronto at the line tonight, 8 of 15. They are really having a difficult time at the stripe. You know, you can head to Giant Eagle and visit the GE lighting display through April 30th for your chance to win Cavs tickets, a signed jersey, $500 in GE lighting, and a $250 Giant Eagle gift card. Visit Giant Eagle and take your lighting experience to the next level. Barnes splits the pair, 25 for Scotty Barnes. Cavaliers are down 5 as Max Strus checks back in, and then Strus lost the dribble at the half-court line, picked it up on the other side of the line, and that's an over and back on the Cavaliers. Boy, another turnover by the Cavs, and that's just a mental error right there. So Toronto by 5 with the ball. Jacoby Walter on the handoff to Barnes. Barnes against Wade. Barnes baseline right. Wade right with him. Barnes into Wade. Barnes in the lane. Tough shot, no. They'll call the foul on Dean Wade. So Scotty Barnes getting physical with Dean Wade right there, and Barnes goes back to the stripe for 2 more free throws. First foul on Dean Wade. Scotty Barnes shooting 2. Barnes with that 26-point game in Game 2, his playoff high. And he's matched that already with his first free throw here. He's got 26 tonight. He just had a remarkable season. 30 double-doubles, 3 triple-doubles, 18 points, 7.5 rebounds, 6 assists per game for Scotty Barnes during the regular season. He was outstanding. 2 for Barnes there, and it's a 7-point lead at 67-60 for the Raptors. Mitchell into the paint, shot puts, missed. A rebound grab by Jacoby Walter. Here comes Toronto on the run. RJ Barrett on the right wing, cross-court pass left side. Walter, open 3-ball, no. Rebound Strus. He just ripped it away from Jakob Poeltl. Strus on the handoff to Harden. Harden against Barnes. Harden now backs up on the dribble. Harden, crossover dribble, run to the key, run to the lane, into the lane, scores! And a foul to go with it. What a shot by James Harden, and he'll look for an and 1. I don't know how he flipped that ball in with the left hand, because he took a hit. They got the foul on Jakob Poeltl. So James Harden with 9, looking for 10 at the free throw line. Boy, James Harden, that wily veteran. And, of course, all that playoff experience that he brings to the Cavaliers. 17 years in the league, 17 years in the playoffs. His playoff averages, these are 17 playoff appearances. 22.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists per playoff game as he hits the free throw. 3-point play by Harden. Cavs back to within 4 at 67-63. 7.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Ingram, right wing, three. Missed it. Rebound, battled for, and Harden was able to snag it. Harden to the other end. Harden crosses the half-court line. Harden stops. 3-ball. Bullseye! James Harden gets the Cavaliers within 1. A 3-point play the old-fashioned way, and then a 3-ball from downtown. Timeout Raptors, 67-66. Harden with 6 straight, and the Cavs are within 1 with 7:17 to go. Third quarter of play. We'll take a timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Here with the Cavaliers, we know what it means to show up strong. And that's exactly what Cleveland Cliffs does every day. Through bold investments in Cleveland and the entire Great Lakes region, Cliffs is building steel that's stronger, lighter, and better for the future. Cliffs is not just raising the bar, they're redefining what it means to lead in the steel industry. Cleveland Cliffs, champions for American steel and proud jersey partner of the Wine and Gold. Learn more at cliffsteel.com.
At Cleveland Clinic, care is everything. So when your primary purpose is to care for the world, you'd start with your community until you're accessible anywhere. You make complexities your specialties and put compassion before anything else, all to redefine what's possible. For everyone, everywhere. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
The biggest party of the year is here. Zach Brown Band Love and Fear Tour, presented by Margaritaville at Sea. Saturday, July 18th, Rocket Arena. Zach Brown Band. With special guests. Fix and the Tantrums. Tickets are on sale now at ZachBrownBand.com. Don't miss Zach Brown Band Love and Fear live.
A bicentennial isn't measured in years alone, but in progress. And KeyBank has been there to celebrate yours, building homes, businesses, and communities together, bringing new opportunities to generation after generation. For 200 years, KeyBank's been meeting you in the moments that matter most. Here's to 2 centuries of service and counting. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Strus on the handoff to Harden. Harden against Barnes. Harden now backs up on the dribble. Harden, crossover dribble. Where to the key, where to the lane, into the lane, scores! And a foul to go with it. What a shot by James Harden. And he'll look for an and one. Harden to the other end. Harden crosses the half-court line. Harden stops. 3-ball. Bullseye! James Harden gets the Cavaliers within 1. A 3-point play the old-fashioned way, and then a 3-ball from downtown.
He's just a natural leader. I feel like everyone kind of looks up to him just because of all the things that he's done in the NBA, and I mean he's a Hall of Famer, so automatically guys are just looking up to him and wanting to know information, and he's great at giving that information out whenever you ask or whatever comes to his mind. He speaks up and tells us what he thinks, and we have conversations about it.
Evan Mobley talking about the leadership and the veteran presence of one James Harden. He has scored 6 straight for the Cavaliers, and the Cavs are within 1, 67-66, 7:10 to go, third quarter. Toronto basketball. Raptors, again, left to right, going towards their own bench. Out front, R.J. Barrett. Outside the 3-point arc, in the lane to Pirtle. Where to the lane, banks and scores. He had a mismatch on Sam Merrill. And Jakob Pirtle, with the huge size advantage, banks it in to make it 69-66. Strus on the dribble for the Cavaliers. Strus right down the pipe, drives, no. Mobley tried to follow, couldn't do it. Ball got knocked away by Ingram. Here comes Toronto to the other end. Into the paint, right of the lane. Barrett will float and miss. Rebound, James Harden. Harden surveying the scene, heads to the forecourt, lob in the left corner to Wade. It didn't even come close to Dean Wade, and ended up a couple of rows behind the Cavaliers bench. And that's another Cavalier turnover. Wow. Cavaliers now with 16 in the game. Cavs down 3. Out front, Strus battling for the basketball. He got tied up by Brandon Ingram. As the ball squirted loose on the floor, it'll be Strus and Ingram in a jump ball as they head to the center circle. Serena, what'd you hear in that last time out?
Well, Tim, one of the reasons that this is just a three-point game is because the Cavaliers' rebounding edge. They had a 15 rebounding edge in that first half, but in that last huddle, Kenny Atkinson wants more. He looked at Donovan Mitchell and he said there was a rebound that he could have gotten, and it's plays like that that can uplift this team where they can start a run here. We talked about before this game started how important those plays are, those momentum-building type plays. So I found it interesting that he did say that to Donovan Mitchell in that huddle.
Go. So Strus taps it back to James Harden. Cavaliers down 3, 69-66. 6:08 to go here in the third. Harden with a crossover into the paint. Lost the ball. Another turnover. Here comes Shed to the other end. Shed circles back to the wing. Got it out front. 3-ball. Barrett, no. Rebound Strus lets it bounce out of bounds. You know, SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cavs. Whether buying or selling tickets to Cavs games or any live event in the land, SeatGeek is the place to do it. Merrill, left wing 3, and didn't hit anything. Sam Merrill throws up an air ball. It simply bounces out of bounds. It's been a tough couple of games for Sam Merrill. Scoreless tonight, 7 in the first, 5 in the second, but the 3-ball is certainly usually perfection. Has been off. He's now 2 of 10 in the series. So with Toronto up by 3, 69-66. Ingram right of the lane, backs up, shoots on Wade and hits. Sometimes the other guy wins the battle. Brandon Ingram did right there. Nice wing jumper to make it 71-66. Cavs down 5. Here's Merrill. Comes up the right side. Merrill right in front of the broadcast table over on the far side. Gives it up to Strus. I'll tell you what, that's a harassing, pressing defense by Toronto. And then Harden got his pass deflected. Turnover, Cavs. Barrett to the other end. And then Merrill got knocked down, and an offensive foul will be called on Jamal Shed. Josh Tiven with the call. In Atlanta, it has gone final. And the Hawks have taken a 2-1 lead on the Knicks. Atlanta beats New York 109-108. So Atlanta with a 2-1 lead in that best-of-7 series. Here, Cavs down 5, 71-66, with under 5 to go here in the third quarter of play. Mobley, base of the center circle. Mobley against Murray Boyle. Mobley, right of the lane. Banks missed. Rebound, Merrill. Merrill saves it to Wade. Left corner in the lane to Mobley. Head and shoulder fake. Lifted up. No. Wade with the tip. Good. Dean Wade kept it alive. Again, the value of Dean Wade. The putback gets the Cavs to within 3. And now at the other end, Mobley with a deflection. Out of there with it comes Harden. Harden left of the key. Left of the lane. And he had it knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. The Cavaliers will inbound. Down 3 with 4:21 to go in the third. As Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Tyson will check back in. It's getting to be Donovan time. It's been quiet so far with 9. Jalen Tyson checks back in with a 5-point ball game, all in the second quarter. Jared Allen returns with 10. Mitchell left of the basket, left corner. Strus fakes to 3. Strus into the paint, right side Tyson. Jalen sets 3. Good! Jalen Tyson, perhaps in a celebratory mood after his brother Jordan gets drafted by New Orleans in the first round. And Tyson hits the 3-ball to tie it at 71. Barnes left of the lane. Barnes into the paint, shoots on Strus and hits. Scotty Barnes now with a 29-point game. Toronto's back up 2 at 73-71. Mitchell right side to Merrill. Sam into the paint. Feeds underneath. Ball deflected, but grabbed by Strus. Strus circles back out front. Gave it to Mitchell. Donovan in the lane. Drive. Scores with the right hand. Donovan ties the game at 73. 3.5 to go in the third. Barnes at the foul line for Toronto. Got it out front to Barrett. Barrett hits the brakes in the paint. Head and shoulder fake. Shoots on Mitchell, and it bounced around the rim and in. R.J. Barrett puts Toronto on top, 75-73. Max Strus into the forecourt for the Cavs. Strus stops, 3-ball. There's another one! The sizzling hand of Max Strus has put the Cavs on top, 76-75. Strus with his 4th bomb tonight. He's got 15 points overall. At the other end, Shed in the lane. Lob, and a beautiful lob to Murray Boyles, who dunks it home. Boy, Murray Boyles, 14, 17, and now 14 tonight in the 3 games. Out front, Mitchell had the ball kicked away by Scotty Barnes. Barnes went to the other end for the layup, but he had obviously kicked the basketball. And that'll bring a timeout. Toronto by 1. Well, we got a potboiler going here in Toronto. Good game. Raptors up 77-76, 2:41 to go in the third on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Here with the Cavaliers, we know what it means to show up strong. And that's exactly what Cleveland Cliffs does every day. Through bold investments in Cleveland and the entire Great Lakes region, Cliffs is building steel that's stronger, lighter, and better for the future. Cliffs is not just raising the bar, they're redefining what it means to lead in the steel industry. Cleveland Cliffs, champions for American steel and proud jersey partner of the Wine and Gold. Learn more at cliffsteel.com.
At Cleveland Clinic, the mission is to create a healthier world. So you give every life the best chance to thrive. You tackle health issues at the root of their cause. You go beyond your walls to make theirs a little safer. And when it's all said and done, you reinvest everything to keep bettering the world. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Smell rotten eggs, hear a hissing sound, or see bubbling water or blowing dirt? That could be a natural gas leak. Enbridge Gas Ohio reminds you, first move your feet, then call when you're down the street. And remember, if you're building a fence or planting a vegetable garden, state law requires you to call 811 before you dig to have underground utilities marked. Whether you're an individual or a contractor, it's simple and free. Dial 811 at least 2 business days prior to digging for your safety. For more information, visit enbridgegas.com/Ohio/safety.
Inspired by Cavs legend Nick Gilbert, the Gilly Project and NFX fund research and raise awareness about neurofibromatosis, or NF, a genetic condition that causes tumors to grow on nerves throughout the body. Despite the challenges of NF, Nick was a light and inspiration throughout his 27 years. Nick's legacy lives on through these organizations and his iconic bow tie, now a symbol of hope for families affected by NF. Help carry on Nick's fight at nfxdetroit.org.
And then Allen blocked the shot. Oh, a big-time rejection from the pro. Jared Allen with that block. And, of course, for every block made by a Cavalier, KeyBank donates $25 to the Cavaliers Community Foundation. Cavs down 1, 77-76. Toronto in desperation mode, trailing this series 2-0. In essence, this is a must-win for the Raptors tonight. Boy, we've got a whole bunch of texts that we still need to acknowledge from all over the country. Got Tommy. He's in Boulder, Colorado. Chris in Kentucky, thank you for dialing in. Up in Boston, Michael is listening. Our good buddy, Oilfield Steve, down in Texas. Got Buckeye Mark. He's in Texas as well. Overseas, Ralph in Belgium. Got Bill in Iowa. He says he's dodging tornadoes tonight. Bill, be safe. Be very, very safe. Dan in Hawaii. Bill in Costa Rica. Steve in Scottsdale, Arizona. Well, that's awesome. All over the country. Keep texting in. We've got a lot of basketball to be played. 77-76, 2:41 to go here in the third. Cavs with the ball. Here's Jared Allen, top of the three-point arc. Allen against Jamison Battle. Allen into the lane, hooks with the left hand, but he left it short. Rebound Battle. Quickly to Sandro Mamu Galishvili. Got it out front to Barnes. Barnes left of the lane. Tough shot, left it short. Rebound Allen. Boy, there were 4 white jerseys at that rim to grab the rebound. There wasn't a Raptor in sight. Cavs down 1. Mitchell into the paint. Down low to Allen. Got it blocked at the rim. Oh, what a block by Murray Boyles. That was tremendous. At the other end, Allen with a kick. This young rookie, Colin Murray Boyles, he has really been impressive in this playoff series. That was a big-time block right there by the 6'7" rookie out of South Carolina. You just heard the crowd ooh and ah as they showed it on the replay. Raptor basketball, they lead it by 1. We're about to hit the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. Right of the lane, driving, but missing the shot was Jacoby Walter. Cavs with the ball. Here's Donovan Mitchell across the half-court line. Mitchell double team, bounce right wing to Strus. Strus got it in the corner. Tyson rainbows a 3. It's in and out. Rebound grab by Barnes. Another one for Jalen Tyson that was halfway down. Barnes right down the lane, but he missed the dunk on Tyson. Barnes slow to get up, 5-on-4, although now it's 4-on-4. Allen got knocked down. Man, there's guys dropping like bowling pins. And now here on the sideline, Mitchell stepped out of bounds. Well, playoff basketball is physical basketball. And there's going to be some guys in the ice baths tonight nursing some bruises. There have been bodies on the floor. 77-76. Toronto by 1 with the ball. 1:20 to go here in quarter number 3. Mamu in between the circles. He'll bounce left of the key to Murray Boyles. He's in the paint on Allen. Hooks with the left hand, missed. Rebound tap back to Murray Boyles. And then he runs into Allen. And Jared knocked it out of bounds. Jared saying, I didn't touch it. As Pat Frayer has a look at Josh Tiven. And they will give it to the Raptors. 12 to shoot. 1:06 to go here in the third. So it'll be Scotty Barnes. He's having a tremendous night with 29 to inbound. Left of the lane, Murray Boyles, short shot swish. And that was too easy. So Murray Boyles now with 16. Cavs down 3, 79-76. Under a minute to go here in the third. Tyson out front. Jalen Tyson directing traffic. Tyson, crossover dribble into the paint. Tyson feeds on the baseline to Allen. Hook, scores! Jared Allen now with a dozen. That's his high in the series. He had had 2 games of 10 in Cleveland. Cavs within 1 at 79-78. Under 40 seconds to go here in the third. We were tied at the half. It has been tight all night long. Barnes, baseline, Murray Boyles will shoot and hit. And the rookie now with 18. Cavs down 3, can't run it all the way out. We've got about a 4-second differential between the play clock and the shot clock. Donovan Mitchell. A relatively quiet night with 11. Mitchell on the dribble in the center circle. 6 on the shot clock. Mitchell, left wing Tyson. Jalen, 3-ball. Good! Nothing but the bottom of the net for JT. Ties the game at 81. And now a foul in the backcourt. We'll get it on Max Strus. For Strus, his second foul for the Cavaliers, their 4th team foul. So with 5.2, Battle will inbound. Far sideline, got it into Barnes. Barnes up the right side, right wing, jumper, good at the buzzer. Count it. Scotty Barnes, what a third quarter. 13 in the third, 31 in the game. The Raptors lead at 83-81 as we go to the 4th in Toronto. And on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/groundadvantage to learn more.
That's the sound of a perfect paint project with Sherwin-Williams. Whether your next color play is a slam dunk statement like edgy gold or a smooth and rich touch like fine wine, Sherwin-Williams has the perfect hue to up your game. And with delivery available on qualifying orders, your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Disney's Descendants, Zombies, and Camp Rock Worlds Collide Tour is coming. Celebrate hit songs from the movies, performed live, starring Malachi Barton, Liamani Segura, Dara Renee, Makana Knife, Hudson Stone, Sway Mbatia, Kiara Romero, and Alexandro Bird. More worlds will collide in a new, bigger show. October 25th at Rocket Arena. Get tickets now at worldscollidetour.com.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Visit rocksports.com to stay up to date on everything you need to know about your Cleveland Cavaliers, Monsters, Charge, high school football, and so much more. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Watch rocksports.com, the home for Ohio sports fans.
Into the paint, right side Tyson. Jalen sets, three, good! Jalen Tyson, perhaps in a celebratory mood after his brother Jordan gets drafted by New Orleans in the first round. And Tyson hits the three ball to tie it at 71. Max Strus into the forecourt for the Cavs. Strus stops, three ball. There's another one! The sizzling hand of Max Strus has put the Cavs on top, 76-75. Strus with his fourth bomb tonight. He's got 15 points overall. Toronto outscores the Cavs 29-27 in the third quarter of play. Toronto now with a 2-point lead as we go to the fourth, 83-81. Raptors lead the Cavs before a roaring crowd here at Scotiabank Arena. Well, let's talk about how the Cavs can bring it home tonight. Bring it home in Toronto, presented by Rocket. Well, I'm not a rocket scientist, but if you're the Cavaliers, you've got to stop turning the ball over. Cavaliers have turned it over 20 times tonight, and it has led to 17 Raptor points. Take care of the basketball, get good looks, don't give Toronto extra possessions, and you can go up 3-0. That's Bring it home, presented by Rocket. Cavs with the ball to start the fourth. Mitchell, right wing three. Nope. Rebound, Tyson. Tyson with another board for the Cavs. Hands it off to Mobley. Left corner, Merrill drives the baseline into the paint. Left side, Tyson. Back out front, Sam. Three balls. Got it! Oh, let's hope that gets Sam going. Sam Merrill with his first points of the ball game, and the Cavaliers are up 84-83. Early fourth in Toronto. Jamal Shed on the left side for the Raptors. Got it out front to Battle. Swings it on the right sideline to Barnes, who's having a majestic night with 31. Run of the lane to Battle. He'll hook and score. Jamison Battle with his first 2 points of the ball game. Toronto's back on top, 85-84. Mitchell on the right wing. Mitchell, Euro steps off the glass, but he missed it. Rebound grab by Jakob Poeltl. Mitchell in a heap underneath the basket, 5-on-4. Barrett left corner. Got it to Battle as now Mitchell gets back defensively. Battle, lob left to the lane to Jakob Poeltl. He's got Merrill on him. Poeltl leaning into Merrill, hooks and scores. Not a lot you can do right there when you're Sam Merrill. And Jakob Poeltl now has 8. 87-84, Raptors by 3. Tyson, sideline right to Mobley, hands it right back to Tyson. Tyson, run of the lane, pulls up, banks and scores. And the confidence is growing for Jalen Tyson. 13 in the ball game, Cavs back to within 1. 87-86 Raptors. Here's Jamal Shed. Shed, left to the lane, into Merrill, deals left wing to Barrett. Barrett against Keon Ellis. Barrett put it up, no, foul is drawn. And that'll put R.J. Barrett at the free throw line, shooting 2. Barrett at the stripe, We'll pause for station identification on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. R.J. Barrett missed the first. Serena, what'd you hear in the huddle in between quarters?
I mean, it's always Thomas Bryant. You can hear him talking so loudly in these huddles, always being the reasoning voice. And that one, he said over and over again, guys, you've got to keep screening in order to get your other guys open. Be more unselfish, right, offensively. That was a big, big thing in that last huddle, guys.
Yeah, Thomas Bryant, he hasn't played tonight, but the leadership, practices, shoot-arounds, and as Serena just alluded to, on the bench. Mobley left of the lane, banks, no, but a foul will be called. So the Cavs down 2. Evan Mobley heading to the free throw line, shooting 2. Well, are you ready for a party with a purpose? Come out Sunday for Market at the Food Bank, presented by the Cavs and Sherwin-Williams. Now, this event brings together Northeast Ohio's best chefs, local celebrities, and live entertainment. Every ticket helps feed our neighbors. In fact, one VIP ticket provides 500 meals to those in need. Grab your tickets at greaterclevelandfoodbank.org/market. And let's fight hunger together. Evan Mobley hits that first free throw. So Mobley with a 12-point ball game. But it's encouraging to see him knock in free throws tonight after the struggles he has had. I hope I didn't just jinx him, as Mobley shooting the second. And he rolled it in. So Mobley ties the game. 88 with 9:52 to go here in Toronto. Here comes Shed to the forecourt for the Raptors. They're going left to right in those black statement uniforms. Shed on the bounce to Murray Boyles. He'll hand it off to Barnes. Barnes into the lane, cut off by Mobley, got it out front to Shed. His three, no. Offensive rebound, Barnes. Sideline left to Jamison Battle, gives it right back to Barnes. Barnes against Mobley. That battle within the war. And on the far side, we've got Donovan Mitchell called for a foul on the Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell picks up his second foul. For the Cavaliers, that is their second team foul. James Harden at the scorer's table. He will check in. And again, you get to the fourth quarter. Tie game. Game 3. 9.5 to go in hostile territory. You've got James Harden and Donovan Mitchell. 2 future Hall of Famers on the floor for the Cavaliers. It has become their time. Scotty Barnes will inbound. Far sideline. Throws it into the rookie, Murray Boyles. Got it out front to R.J. Barrett. Barrett left wing battle. Open 3. Good. Jamison Battle got 5 points all here in the fourth quarter of play. Raptors by 3 at 91-88. Harden crosses the half-court line. Harden, left wing. Harden backs up on the dribble. And as James always is, very patient. Harden, 8 on the shot clock. Harden still on the dribble, lost the dribble, got it back, 4 on the clock. Harden comes right down the lane, feeds Mobley, pow! Oh, the patience of James Harden. And he found Mobley for the dunk. And the Cavs are within 1 at 91-90. It's just amazing to watch him perform game after game. Barrett left of the lane. Barrett bounces. Murray Boyles up and under, and he banks it in. That young man can play. 20-point game for the rookie. 93-90. Cavs down 3, 8:20 left. Harden at the base of the center circle. Harden with 2 defenders. Right corner Tyson, 3 ball. That one's off. Rebound Harden though. Harden on the baseline, had it knocked away and stolen by Battle. Another Cavs turnover. Toronto to the other end. Shed out front. Battle. 3. Good. Timeout Cavs. Well, you remember him as an Ohio State Buckeye. But tonight, he's wearing the red of Toronto. And Jamison Battle has given the Raptors a 6-point lead. 96-90 with 8:03 to go in the fourth. Timeout Cavs on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Hey Cavs fans, want to watch the Cavs and all of your favorite games without cable? Check out Fubo. Fubo has over 170 live channels including the likes of ESPN, Fox, NBC, and now FanDuel Sports Network is available on Fubo. So you have a new option to watch all Cavs games carried on FanDuel Sports Network without having to subscribe to cable. Fubo is an official partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. To try it for free, visit Fubo.tv. That's FUBO.tv.
The best teams have unmistakable identity. They deliver a quality performance every time. At Giant Eagle, fresh is our thing. With produce delivered daily, the finest cuts of meat and seafood, and bakery favorites made on the spot, you always get freshness and quality you can count on. It's who we are. We aim to make game day delicious for every Cavs fan. And we take that seriously, because it matters. Shop freshness for the win at Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Some moments you never forget, like the buzzer beater that brought the house down.
Cavs out of timeout. Strus into Mobley. Back to Max. Half-court shot. Good! Good! He hit it! Cavs win!
Being a part of Cavs United presented by KeyBank means more than just a seat for tip-off. It's legacy, family, and it's your all-access pass to memories at Rocket Arena that'll last a lifetime. Join Cavs United for the 2026-2027 season and create more moments that matter together. Visit Cavs.com/enroll today.
Hey Cavs fans, basketball is back and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cavs games or to any other live event in the land, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. SeatGeek.
Cavs down 6, 96-90. Toronto leading, 8:03 to go, fourth quarter. Like Jamison Battle didn't score in the first game, didn't even play in game 2. 8 big fourth quarter points for Jamison Battle for the Raptors as they lead it by 6 with 8:03 remaining. Hey, do you want to see a Cavs playoff game at Rocket Arena? Create a free Cavs rewards account and link your card to be automatically entered to win 2026 Cavs playoff tickets. Join at Cavs.com/rewards. It'll be Cavalier basketball with 8:03 left. Cavs will take the floor with James Harden, Keon Ellis, Jalen Tyson, Donovan Mitchell, and Evan Mobley. Cavaliers at times tonight have been their own worst enemy. 20 turnovers for the Cavaliers tonight. In fact, their high during the regular season was 22. Well, they're inching close to that as Keon Ellis throws it in to James Harden. Cavs down 6 with under 8 to go as Harden crosses the half-court line. Got it out front to Mobley underneath the Mitchell. Flipped it up and in. Once again, Kenny Atkinson draws up a play in the timeout that results in a bucket. And Donovan Mitchell, now with 13, gets the Cavs to within 4 at 96-92. Toronto to the other end. Strus and Wade heading to the scorers table, as is Allen. Murray Boyles underneath the basket, feeds a driving Barrett. Barrett got away with a walk, flipped it up, rolled it in, and he got fouled. Well, it certainly looked like R.J. Barrett traveled with that basketball, but Barrett with the hoop and a chance for an and one. Serena, what'd you hear in that last huddle as the Cavaliers were down 6, and now they're down 6 again?
Well, Tim, you could just hear Kenny kind of calming the forces, right? He said, guys, look, this is just a 6-point game. This is what we play for. Other than that, a potential defensive adjustment. Look, usually the Raptors are a team that you don't mind taking threes, but they said no more threes as on cue. That's another one here.
Yeah, R.J. Barrett missed the free throw, but the rebound bounced around, came out to Battle, and Jamison Battle hits another 3. And the Cavs are down 9 at 101-92. Crunch time with 7:06 left, trailing by 9. Harden comes around an Ellis screen. Harden into the paint. He'll float. He'll score. James Harden quiets the crowd somewhat. Boy, it was a din. 101-94. Cavs back to within 7 with 6:50 left. Here's Murray Boyles. Boy, has he been impressive tonight with 20 on the handoff to Scotty Barnes. Barnes drives, reverse layup, no, tipped up, no. Rebound Boyles, banks and scores. That was an amazing effort by Murray Boyles. Makes it 103-94. He's got 22. Hart at the base of the center circle. Long three. Good! Oh my, a logo three from James Harden. Wow! 103-97. I mean, Harden was at the American border. Cavs within 6. Barnes at the free throw line. Barnes banging into Harden. Barnes in the lane, shoots and scores. Barnes now with 33. Special night for Scotty Barnes. That matches his season high of 33. Harden splits a double team, and the ball got stripped away by Shed. Gives it behind in the Barnes. Boy, Barnes really limping as he comes to the forecourt. Barrett, corner three, good. Timeout, Cavs. The noise level at Scotiabank Arena and outside at Jurassic Park is off the charts. Cavs down 11, 108-97. Timeout, 5:39 to go on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
If you're looking for power tools and woodworking supplies, shop where the pros shop. Cleveland Tool & Cutter. Cleveland Tool & Cutter is nothing but the quality brands you can trust. All of the latest in woodworking technology, plus over 50 varieties of exotic woods. And unlike those big box stores, Cleveland Tool & Cutter has experts standing by to answer all your woodworking questions. Shop local. Shop Cleveland Tool & Cutter in Strongsville. CLEtool.com.
A bicentennial isn't measured in years alone, but in progress. And KeyBank has been there to celebrate yours, building homes, businesses, and communities together, bringing new opportunities to generation after generation. For 200 years, KeyBank's been meeting you in the moments that matter most. Here's to 2 centuries of service and counting. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Nobody has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid choices than Toyota, including the powerful new built-in-the-USA Tundra. Now through May 4th, get $3,000 customer cash on new 26 Tundras. Or you can get 2.99 APR financing plus $1,000 TFS APR cash. With approved credit through TFS. Excludes TRD Pro. APR cash must be applied to deal. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At Cleveland Clinic, care is everything. So when your primary purpose is to care for the world, you'd start with your community until you're accessible anywhere. You make complexities your specialties and put compassion before anything else, all to redefine what's possible. For everyone, everywhere. For every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
Cavs down 11. Toronto leads at 108-97 with 5:39 to go. And if you're saying, where have I seen this movie before? The horror movie, yes, of Jameson Battle. Well, you originally saw or heard it on Halloween. On Halloween night at Rocket Arena, Jameson Battle came off the bench and in 15 minutes scored 20 points, 6 of 6 from three-point land, 7 of 7 overall from the field. He had 20 points. He was plus 28. So what happens tonight? Well, I guess it's the sequel, Halloween 2, here at Scotiabank Arena. Jameson Battle, 11 points, all in the fourth quarter of play, including 3 of 3 from downtown and 4 of 4 overall. Amazing. And Jamison Battle's performance, those 11 points, is the Toronto advantage right now. Well, the Cavs will try to mount the comeback with 5.5 to go, trailing by 11. Here's James Harden, left of the key, left of the lane, right corner Mobley, out front Strus. Open three, no, long rebound, back to Strus. Strus gave it to Harden, his three, no. Rebound Mobley, Mobley in the paint, out front to Mitchell. Splits a double team, flipped it up and good. Donovan Mitchell basically shoved that ball in to make it 108-99. Cavs missed a couple of three balls, settled for the two from Donovan Mitchell. 5 minutes left in Toronto. Barrett, three, got it. Well, you have to give Toronto credit. They've knocked in three balls tonight. That is usually not their forte, but they've done it this evening. 111-99 as Harden tried to lob it into Allen down low. And Allen was being held onto by Jamison Battle. With Toronto tonight from downtown, 11 of 20. 55%. Barnes, 3 of 5. Barrett, 5 of 7. And yes, Jamison Battle, 3 of 3. Cavs will inbound. Harden throws it into Allen. Allen at the three-point arc. Hands off to Harden. Harden picked up by Murray Boyles. Harden, 8 on the shot clock. Harden looking for a screen from Strus. He got it. Harden draws Barrett. Three ball Harden. No. Harden went down. No whistle. Rebound grab by Murray Boyles. 12-point lead for the Raptors with 4.5 left. Here's R.J. Barrett. Run of the lane. Into the paint. Barrett will push it up and score. All of a sudden, R.J. Barrett is hot. He's got 11 in the fourth and 28 overall. He had 11 in the first. And the lead's up to 14. Mobley. Straightaway three. That's a brick. Rebound grab by R.J. Barrett. And with 4 minutes to go, this zealous crowd at Scotiabank Arena feeling pretty confident. Raptors by 14, their biggest lead of the ball game. Out front, working to the right side, Barnes, left wing Battle. Open three. You heard the reaction. Jamison Battle again, just torching the Cavaliers like he did on October 31st. Battle with 14 points, all in the fourth quarter. Timeout taken by the Cavaliers with 3:43 to go, and Toronto up by 17. In 15 minutes of play tonight, Battle 5 of 5 from the field, 4 of 4 from downtown. 14 points and a plus 20 as Jamison Battle has been the story tonight for the Toronto Raptors. Their lead is 17, 116-99 with 3:43 to go. Again, we're keeping it right here. A few more texts that we want to get to you as folks have dialed in, not only across the country, around the world, but certainly in Northeast Ohio. We've got Rob in Brecksville, Aaron and Caden. They're listening in Akron tonight. We've got our buddy Ken. He's in Strongsville. Patrick is in Akron tonight. So again, all of you who have texted in throughout the ball game, we appreciate that very, very much. As we mentioned, Guardians in town for the weekend. They'll open up their series with Toronto tomorrow. Well, I know a lot of the Cavalier players, coaches will be heading to the ballpark Friday and or Saturday. In fact, I'll be heading there tomorrow and Saturday to take in some Guardians baseball. Game 4 will be Sunday here at Scotiabank Arena. And unless the Cavaliers put together a miraculous comeback here in the final 3:40, it's going to be a 2-1 series. Cavaliers tonight, 21 turnovers. That didn't help matters at all. Jamison Battle just knocks down Max Strus in front of the Cavalier bench. First foul on Battle. And for Toronto, that'll be their third team foul. In fact, I had lunch today with Rosie. Jim Rosenhaus, member of the Guardians radio crew with Tom Hamilton. Hammy didn't show up. Hammy was a no-show. Said, yeah, I'm busy, guys. I'm busy. You know, Hall of Fame guy, Cooperstown. Busy. was a great lunch with Rosie, though. Here's Harden near the half-court line. Harden fires right side. Mitchell, open three. No good. Rebound, Mitchell got it back, and then right of the lane, a blocking foul will be called. Donovan Mitchell tried to scoop that ball up. Don't forget Mike Snyder, Brad Sellers coming up on the post-game show. They'll review this one and preview Game 4 on Sunday afternoon. Josh Tiven is saying no free throws for Donovan Mitchell. Donovan was standing at the stripe. He was ready to shoot him. Jamison Battle sits down, and you'll hear the roar from the Raptor crowd. What a performance for Battle. Inbounds goes to Allen, and Allen lost it in the backcourt. That'll be another Cavalier turnover. Wow. Well, the Cavaliers, they're approaching their all-time playoff high in history for turnovers in a game. That's 24. Cavs are getting close. Cavs take time. 3:22 to go, 116-99. Toronto appears on their way to getting a game in this series and making it 2-1. We're back after this wild card timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
That's the sound of a perfect paint project with Sherwin-Williams. Whether your next color play is a slam dunk statement like edgy gold or a smooth and rich touch like fine wine, Sherwin-Williams has the perfect hue to up your game. And with delivery available on qualifying orders, your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
Toronto basketball, they're up 17, 116-99 here at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. And now the Raptors are going to milk some clock. Who's just holding the ball is Barnes. Boy, what a night for Scotty Barnes, 33, but only 2 here in the fourth. Of course, it was Jamison Battle that did the damage. There's R.J. Barrett, a little icing on the cake. What a fourth for Barrett. He now has 31, 14 in the final period. Mitchell, left wing 3, tried to answer for the Cavs, missed it. Rebound Murray Boyles, ahead to Jacoby Walter. Walter down the floor to Barnes. Barnes lofted it, but it's grabbed by Barrett, and he has a layup. Cavs take time. R.J. Barrett now with 33, and the only thing left to decide here tonight is what's going to be the final score, because Toronto is on their way to a win. 121-99 with 2:38 left. Cavs take time. We'll take our final wild card timeout on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse.
Cavs fans, if you've ever wanted a real piece of the game, this is your moment. The Cleveland Cavaliers and the Realists have teamed up to bring authentic game-used items to fans throughout the season. Be the first to know when new collections go live, get access to bid on exclusive items, and stay connected to the moments that matter. Visit Cavs.com/memorabilia to learn more, or text REAL to 30594 to join the list and never miss your shot at owning a piece of the game.
Harden, top of the key, bounce to Mobley, pow! Oh, a no-look bounce from James Harden to Evan Mobley.
The 2026 Cleveland Cavaliers playoffs presented by Redfin are here, and we want to see you at Rocket Arena.
8 on the shot clock. Mitchell steps left, 3. Tiger! Donovan Mitchell doing special, magnetic Donovan Mitchell things.
Secure your spot to cheer on the Cavs now at Cavs.com/playoffs.
Kenny Atkinson has said, yep, this one belongs to Toronto as the Cavaliers empty the bench with 2.5 left. Greg Porter Jr., Proctor, Naquan Tomlin, Thomas Bryant, Larry Nance Jr. in the game. The Cavaliers will lick their wounds, get a couple of days rest. Sunday at 1, it will be Game 4, and now we're guaranteed a Game 5 next Wednesday at Rocket Arena. Porter threw up a 3 that missed. Rebound Tomlin, he couldn't convert. The Raptors have the basketball. We'll give Toronto credit. They shot it well tonight. Barnes and Barrett have combined for 66, 33 from each. Again, they couldn't get Ingram on track. He only has 9. Here's Ingram out front with a 3. Well, now he's got 12. But for the most part, Brandon Ingram, they couldn't get him going tonight. But Barnes and Barrett and then Jamison battled in that fourth quarter of play. Wow. 124-99. Bryant, corner 3 ball, missed it. Rebound grab by R.J. Barrett. And Toronto will take time as now Darko Rajakovic will empty the bench. So Game 4 will be Sunday afternoon at 1. Game 5 is now locked in. That'll be Wednesday at Rocket Arena. Time to be determined. But again, there will be a Game 5 in this series. Cavs and Raptors Wednesday night at Rocket Arena. Well, Serena Winters, I'm going to throw it down to you courtside. Certainly had to be a frustrating fourth quarter for the Cavaliers in those huddles as Jamison battle just couldn't be stopped, and then the Cavs really lost the battle as far as turnovers in this ball game. They just gave Toronto too many opportunities.
Yeah, you can see the frustration there, Tim. There was just a few huddles ago when the Cavs, pretty much the last one where the Cavs could technically make a run. Max Strus brought everybody together and just said, hey guys, right now it is about how are we going to respond. This is a Raptors team that they feel can't guard them when they get stops, but they didn't get the stops that they needed. And a lot of times throughout this game, Tim, you saw the Raptors bring Donovan Mitchell, bring James Harden into pick and roll coverage and try to attack them from there. It was certainly an adjustment that Darko made in this game. So it's one of those things where now the Cavs are going to see that on tape because we did not see that as much in Game 1 and Game 2. And so now it's the game of adjustments, right? So how do the Cavs now react to that, knowing that that was an effective part of this Raptors offense?
And that's the intriguing part about the 2 days in between games 2 and 3, and now 2 days in between games 3 and 4. Lawson had it blocked at the rim by Thomas Bryant. So the Cavs, as Serena just said, will have a couple of days to watch some tape. As Tyrese Proctor, the rookie out of Duke, drives and gets fouled for the Cavaliers. And I'm sure Mike Snyder and Brad Sellers will delve even further into that as far as adjustments now that the Cavaliers will make. And to Serena's point, Darko Rajakovic, he and his staff got together, made the adjustments from the Toronto side. And that's, to me, that's the beauty of playoff basketball, the chess match that goes on back and forth as Proctor hit that first free throw. And Proctor rattled that second one in. But Toronto, here in the fourth quarter of play, they have outscored the Cavs 41-20. Where the Raptors just flat out dominated this game here in the final 12 minutes. Left side of the forecourt, Garrett Temple has it for Toronto. Gets it out front to Trace Jackson. Back to Temple. Baseline shot, no, but on the follow, Jackson couldn't convert. Ball goes out of bounds, and it went off Craig Porter Jr. So with 50 seconds to go, it'll be Toronto basketball. Again, if you weren't with us earlier and you haven't been scrolling Twitter or whatever the case may be, X, Atlanta did beat New York 109-108. So the Hawks go up 2-1 in that series. Boy, Minnesota pummeling Denver right now, 43-25, halfway through the second quarter of play. T-Wolves with an 18-point lead. Temple left of the lane, lob down low, and there's a dunk for Jonathan Mobo. Makes it 126-101. with 33 seconds to go. Naquan Tomlin bounced to Bryant, flipped it up, rolled it in, and TB playing in the first playoff game this year after sitting out the first two with a calf strain. There's a chance for a three-point play. Thomas Bryant. Of course, he's got a lot of playoff experience. In fact, has been on 2 NBA Finals teams. Denver, where he was an NBA champion with the Nuggets, and then was with Indiana last year when they went to the NBA Finals. Hits the free throw to complete the three-point play. And it looks like Toronto is going to take a 24-second shot clock violation. As Jackson Davis, right side to A.J. Lawson, bounces it back. As what is left of the crowd here at Scotiabank Arena roars their approval. And I'll tell you what, we talked before the ball game, this is a loud crowd. And they were into it tonight, and I'm sure that fueled the Raptor team as Proctor will dribble out the clock, and that will do it. Final score here in Toronto. Raptors beat the Cavs 126-104. Cavs still lead this best-of-7 series 2-1. Game 4 Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock here at Scotiabank Arena. But Toronto bounces back to get their first win in the series, and it's now 2-1 with Game 4, a Sunday matinee. So that's going to do it here at Scotiabank Arena. Again, Mike Snyder, Brad Sellers coming up on the post-game show as they'll dissect this one, and as we just did, kind of take a look at what adjustments may be made Sunday in Game 4. But before we send it to Mike and Brad, want to let you know that tonight's game, Game 3, between the Cavs and the Raptors, was presented by Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cavaliers. By Huntington, let's get more for money. Switch to Huntington Bank at huntington.com. By McDonald's, score a $2 large fry every time the Cavs win, only in the McDonald's app. And by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, Marty, let's roll some closing credits. All sorts of people to thank. As far as tonight's broadcast is concerned, the Vice President of Broadcasting and Engineering for the Cavaliers is one Joe Fritchen. Huge thank you, of course, to the dynamic duo back in Cleveland. Senior producer Kurt McLaughlin, technical director Marty Allen. Great big thank you, of course, on-site engineer, one of the best in the NBA, and Paul Gatt. Serena Winters, huge thank you to you. Great working with you as Serena had things covered courtside. And, of course, the biggest thanks goes to you, the listeners. Hope you enjoyed it, but a tough night in Game 3 for the Cavaliers. They fall to the Raptors 126-104. Serena and I will be back with you again Sunday afternoon here at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. It'll be Game 4, with the Cavs still up 2-1 in the series. That game will tip at 1 o'clock, which means the Huntington Tip-Off Show comes your way at 12:30 on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse. So until then, this is Tim Elkhorn saying once again thank you very much for listening. And from Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, so long, everybody.
Cavs fans, if you've ever wanted a real piece of the game, this is your moment. The Cleveland Cavaliers and the Realists have teamed up to bring authentic game-used items to fans throughout the season. Be the first to know when new collections go live, get access to bid on exclusive items, and stay connected to the moments that matter. Visit Cavs.com/memorabilia to learn more, or text REAL to 30594 to join the list and never miss your shot at owning a piece of the game.
Wendy's OG Spicy Chicken Sandwich just got a total upgrade. Yep, we completely revamped the recipe. New softer bun, tangy pickles, creamy mayo, and crispier chicken. With just the right amount of heat. It's basically better in every way. But is it our best spicy chicken sandwich ever? You tell us. You know you want to. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
Cleveland Cavaliers basketball with Tim Alcorn and Jim Jones on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers Audioverse was brought to you locally by Time now for the postgame show. Your complete game recap on the Medical Mutual Cavaliers audioverse. Text your questions and comments for Mike Snyder and Brad Sellers to 216-440-9566.
Out front, working to the right side, Barnes, left wing battle. Open three. You heard the reaction. Jamison Battle again, just torching the Cavaliers like he did on October 31st. Battle with 14 points, all in the fourth quarter. Timeout taken by the Cavaliers with 3:43 to go, and Toronto up by 17.
I guess the Cavs had a memory lapse about him because it was very reminiscent of what we saw back on October 31st when Jamison Battle out of Ohio State. Brad was trying to remember his games like that when he was in college. Again, lit up the Cavaliers.
They mustn't get the memo.
They didn't, evidently.
See the video.
It was a rough night. The Cavaliers
watch the Buckeyes.
just got walloped by the Raptors in the fourth quarter, pulling away for a 126-104 win. It's the Cavs postgame show. It's presented in part by Sherwin-Williams, the official paint and coatings partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. So no sweep at all. The Raptors playing as though they had to have this game, and they really were on the upper end of it. The Cavs were like in this game on the scoreboard going into the fourth quarter, but the Raptors certainly were the aggressor all night long, and they just pulled away in the fourth quarter, Brad.
Well, Mike, you're absolutely correct. I think that although indicative of the score at halftime was tied, we all saw that the life of the Cavaliers was just not really like the first two games. Turnovers frequently made during the game, and just that energy you thought that would show up today in Game 3 for a chance to really put a stamp on this game, on this series rather, would be there for the Cavaliers. It just really wasn't to be, and I don't think the Raptors did anything special. I just think they came out and played like a team that was down 2-0 and fighting for their life. Mm-hmm. And they just outworked us just about at every end, and then the two stars, Barrett and Scotty Barnes really came to play. I mean, they came to play and put them on their back. And so hopefully we will return from this, go back to the hotel, regroup. But you got to show up in Game 4 here because, I don't know, is Quickly going to be there for Game 4?
Right.
You don't know.
They may get him back. And, Barnes and Barrett each with 33. Colin Murray-Boyles with 22 off the bench, and then Battle with that amazing fourth quarter performance. The Raptors in the fourth quarter in threes, of course, was led by Battle. They were 8 of 9.
Yeah, and Mike, they gave us 40 points off the bench. 40. That's not a good recipe for a winning formula for us. And so, I just think that we got to come out, and you have to be. The playoffs is very simple. You have to play at a very hungry pace. You have to be ready. Battle hits one shot. Okay, don't you remember what happened just a few months ago? Now, James Harden, they weren't here, right? They weren't here, but the others were here.